we were just in a state of like, damn, like what is next for us?
Yeah, comparison is really just like a thief of joy. They're like, oh, how am I supposed to get the experience if I was just busy getting
Exactly.
going to school and getting my degree?
If you meet somebody famous and you're in the room with them, just say hi. What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Dorm 101 podcast, the podcast that has everything and nothing to do about college. I'm your girl, Mya Gittins, and of course, I'm here with my roommate, Victoria, period.
Her.
But yeah, it's been a really, like, good month. I'm not gonna lie, like, April was pretty good.
Yeah.
My birthday, and let me tell y'all, let me go ahead and chat a little bit. Victoria did her big one for my birthday. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm a really sentimental person. And I told her, she was like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, I'm good. I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing. Like, I'm in the gym. Like, I like working out. I was like, yeah, like, workout clothes is fine. Like, that's fine. She was like, no, like, but what do you want? And I was like, well, I like sentimental gifts. Like, I really enjoy, like, sentimental gifts. I'm a crybaby. And she got me a sentimental gift. And she got me letters from people, like, in my family, my friends. And I had, like, because I turned 24, so she had 24 letters for me. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was crying, maybe if we make this a clip, I'll literally, like, I'll let him have that picture because I was crying. And then the last letter was from my dad. Like, that was so cute. And yeah, I was very emotional because I had to work on that day too.
She even opened up.
Oh yeah, but
she was.
I was
crying, like bawling her eyes. I'm like, damn, you haven't even read the letter yet.
Like literally, I didn't even read the letter. I just saw like a name and I just started crying. She was like, "Well, these are 24 letters from everybody," and I was like, like I literally just started bawling. But like, no, this was the first birthday it's the first birthday it's the first birthday I've been like not talking to anybody. So this was like the birthday that I was like, okay, like I'm not talking to anybody, I'm not in a relationship, I'm not doing anything. And yeah, it was really different, but I really enjoyed it. Like it made me feel like, okay, I really don't need anybody like right now. Like I'm good. Like it was fun. Like I had a good time. We went to Dave and Buster. It was pretty chill. Like around people that I really care about, really love, and love me back. So that was really fun.
Yeah, because Mya be doubting a lot. Like, she be thinking that people don't, like, care about her. And I'm like, girl. And she, like, just puts a lot on herself. So I was like, this is the gift for her. Yeah, she needed a reminder.
Yeah, that gift definitely, like, some of the people that wrote, I was like, oh, my God, I didn't know you felt that way. Like, I literally am one of those people where I'm like, damn, like, even though I'm with people, like, all the time, like, certain people, I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like underappreciated, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, you get the letter and you're like, this person wrote a whole freaking... I'm like, oh, no, you care about me. Like, you know. So it was really good to see, like, just the people that, like, I work with that are basically family at this point. Like, everybody that came was family. No, that... like, out of all my birthdays... that sentimental wise, like I've had like my fair share of like going to the club, whatever, but like this birthday was definitely like one for the books. Like everybody's like, oh, it's your Kobe year, like go like do stuff, and I'm like, I'm not really like, I don't want to, like I just really want to like hang out with people that really like fuck with me and like care about me. And I did, and we had a blast. It was fun. It was really chill. And I had to work that day, so I was already tired. Like I came home and I was like, fuck. I was like, maybe I'll just go to bed, but didn't have time. But it was a good time. But how are you?
Very good.
Do you have news for us? By the time y'all see this, like, she'll probably be working, but
yeah,
it's okay.
So today I got some good news. I will be doing an internship with iHeart Media under the Elvis Duran show. So I'm so excited. Yeah, great things, you know.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. She came in here and she was like, good news. I was like, you got it? And I literally started screaming. Like, yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah. Like, okay,
yeah,
see?
I ended my internship with Atlantic and it was a great time. So now it's just like, okay, what's next? Yeah. And this came in, so I'm completely blessed.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, just to see, obviously, because I know, like, we were talking on the phone with, like, even Leslie, and we were all, like, look, once again, crying, because I feel like we were just in a state of, like, damn, like, what is next for us? Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Like, we're getting older, and now it's like, okay, like, now you got to just kind of, like, grind and figure out what you like, and, you know, you think that you learn that in college, And I feel like I learned that more now than I ever did before. And I'm like, I don't know, like, if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do that. So, like, that's why now I'm taking the opportunity to, like, internship in different departments or, like, you know, places, because it's like, I'm not really sure. Like, I know what I want to do. I know, like, my idea of work. But I'm like, there's so many different avenues that I can go through.
Yeah.
It's like, which one is going to inspire me the most? Which one is going to make me get up in the morning and be like, oh, I want to go to work today? So to say that, I feel like even being in our 20s, like, I personally have a bad habit of comparing myself to people. And it sucks. It really does, because I know I shouldn't. But when you go on social media and you see people, like, living their lives and, like, doing stuff, it's like, damn, like, am I missing my mark? Like, am I, like, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing to get there? And half the time, it's not even that I want to do what the person is doing. It's just, like, they look happy. Like, they look really happy, and they look excited to do what they want to do. Not knowing, obviously, from the outside, like, from the outside looking in, obviously, but not knowing exactly what they're doing or how they're feeling on days. It was really interesting to see. And I was just like, oh, well, like, look at this person. Like, I should be here. And I'm like, why do you feel like you need to be in somebody else's place? Like, so.
Yeah. We definitely, like, failed to realize that, like, everybody's timing is different. And then, like, when you see somebody else, like, maybe having something that you wanted, or maybe seeing them, like, go after their goals and achieving them, you're kind of like, damn, but when is that going to be my moment? Like, so, comparison is really just, like, a thief of joy, like, just seeing other people and, like, comparing, because you have to just remind yourself, like, hey, like, my timing is going to be.
And I feel like even with comparison, like, that goes for even, I feel like, people in my family, because obviously, like, with Dev, like, seeing him and how he's progressed in his career. And originally, like, my thought process was, do I really want to be an entrepreneur, or am I just around entrepreneurs and it's, like, kind of, like, rubbing off on me? Because they always say, like, when you're around a certain group of people, you become that group of people. So if I'm around bums, like, people that bums that people don't do anything, I'm gonna become one.
You ever seen that video, and it's like, the guy's like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Oh, no.
There's a guy that he goes and he's like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Like, it's so true. Like, if you hang around people that don't do nothing, that's lazy all the time and stuff, it rubs off on you and you're going to become that way. But if you see more for yourself and you branch out and you get out your comfort zone and you hang out with people that want more for themselves and constantly doing things, you're going to become just like that.
That's why even, like, being at OTR, and I was telling you earlier, like, when I start feeling down or, like, not knowing what I want to do, like, and, like, work is hectic and, like, stuff like that, the first place I'm going is OTR. Like, I'm going over there because, like, either I haven't seen them in a long time or anything, but also, like, to see them, like, how they work and how fast, because that's the pace that, like, I feel like I'm on. And sometimes when it slows down, I'm like, I don't like this. So I'll go over there, and just to see them, I don't even have to be doing anything. Like, I can do my own work, but helping, like, Rob and, like, Gabe and them, it just really shows me, like, damn, like, they are working. And it rubs off on me to where, like, I'll get in the car and I'll call you and be like, yo, we got to do this. And then I remember, like, oh, shoot, like, things have to get done. And I don't know. I feel like with the people that you hang around is very important, because even in college, like, I felt like I started partying a lot more after my dad passed, because it was like, shit, there's nothing else to do. Or at least that's how I felt. I felt like there was nothing else to do. And my dad was very, like, he was very, like, no, like, you need to stay inside, like, do what you, even when I was in high school, like, my friends went on a senior trip to Myrtle Beach. My dad was like, you're not going. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's my senior year or whatever. He was like, no. And I'm, like, I always say, like, I'm happy that he made that decision, because, you know, I don't know what would have happened if something would have happened. But I feel like it was a great thing for me. And even now, when I look back at, like, the way I handled myself in college, even after he passed and stuff, it definitely helped me to understand, like, you need to, like, you need to get it together. And it was cool, like, with the group of friends that I had. Like, I loved all of them, still do. And then obviously, like, some relationships, like, dropped off, whatever the case may be. But I feel like one thing I've learned is that everybody had a place in my life, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. Like, obviously, like, even with the whole roommate thing, like, there was a reason why she was in my life. There was a reason. And I actually saw a TikTok earlier, and he was like, the reason why God puts people in your life a certain way is because they show you what you don't want to be. I said, what?
Yeah.
Like, just to hear that, I'm like, wow. Like, there are some people in my life that I've met, and I'm like, I could never, like, act like that.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people who, like, have treated their parents like crap and be like, oh my gosh, shut up. Excuse me? Like, just certain things. I'm like,
yeah, there's actually like a verse in the Bible about that. I don't know exactly which one. But there's a verse in the Bible about that, how it goes like, you know, a wise person learns from the actions of others.
Yeah.
Rather than their own actions, making the mistakes themselves. They learn from seeing other people do the wrong things and be like, I don't want to be like that. So it's like that context of it. I wish I had the scripture right now. Like, I would put it on the spot, but yeah, it's true. Like, I think that was for me all the time. That was a big thing for me. Like, I've always looked at other people and I'm like, I'm gonna go the opposite direction of what exactly they're doing, because I don't want to end up like that. And it's so important that people realize that, because obviously you're gonna make your own mistakes and stuff, but you don't want to make the mistakes of others, because it's just like you're being just like them. And that all comes into play when it comes to who you're hanging around with and who you letting have your time, you know? But yeah, like I like lost train of thought, but it's so important to be around people that inspire you.
I really like the fact that, like, even now and looking back, like, I'm only 24, so it's not like I'm like this wise person, but like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been through some shit, like, you know. And it's like, I feel like people put an age or put like, I feel like people put an age on wisdom. And I feel like people are like, oh, you have to be a certain age to actually be wise. I do believe in that, but I also believe that if you are my friend, let's say I've been through a bad breakup, and you're in a relationship and you're basically going through a bad breakup, and I can see the signs of like, oh, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna tell you, because I am wise on that situation. I've been through that. And I have the capability of telling you, like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this is how it's possibly gonna turn out. It might not, but on a level of like what you're telling me, what he's doing now, this is gonna happen. It's gonna turn that way. And I've even had a situation with my friends where, you know, it happened to her, and I'm like, girl, you gotta get out, like, you know. And I one thing I will always say to like anybody, if you have a friend who like is in a situation where like this is their first relationship, they are in love, but you can tell it's not going the right way and you've been through it, you gotta let them go through it. Because at the end of the day, your words don't mean nothing to them. Like, you could give them all the advice in the world, like, it don't matter. But if they have love for this person, they want to be with this person, they are going to do everything that they can. And I remember her telling me like all this stuff that was going on, and I was getting upset because I was like, I'm literally telling you to leave, to get out of it, and you're like, oh, he came over yesterday. And now I'm getting mad because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to give you any advice. But in the back of your head, you're not realizing like everybody has to learn their own way. Like, everybody has to figure it out or whatever. And when everybody knows when it's time to go, like, everybody has that breaking point where it's like, you know what, this ain't for me. So even in an aspect of that, I'm like, there's no way that I want to kind of sit down and be like, you know what, I want your life, or like, I want your life, because for me, I just now realizing as I get older, like, you never know what's going on behind closed doors. Because like, yeah, from Instagram, for social media, my life might look extremely perfect, but I'm crying at least twice a week. Like, but you don't know that because I'm not posting that. I'm not showing you that. And I feel like that's kind of how social media is now. Like, I've seen so many social media influencers say like, and make it very known, like, we show y'all what we want to show y'all. That's it. There's no in between. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, so the assumptions that you guys decide to make and decide to be like, oh, well, this is what's going on, or blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, he got beef with this. No, that's just the assumptions that you're making because y'all really don't got nothing else better to do. Like, that's really all it is.
I don't know. I feel like people that have the time to just like scroll on social media all day and pinpoint like people's lives, like, you're literally doing nothing for yourself. Like, you know, seeing all the stuff, like, I'm gonna bring up an example, like the Justin Bieber with Haley and Selena situation. the conspiracy theories, the people breaking down the timelines of when Justin was with Selena, when Justin was with Haley, when like they literally just come up, they'll make the videos, they'll make the edits and stuff, and it's like really like think about it.
Yeah.
You spent the whole day pinpointing every like single thing of their life, made a whole video about it.
Yeah.
What did you do for yourself?
Yeah.
You sat at home and did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But worry about somebody else's life.
Yeah. But that's, and it sucks because, you know, we have so many creators now and so many people can make money off of YouTube and like social media. And I even think about it. I'm like, well, listen, at this point, like, make the money how you want to make it. But don't disrupt somebody else's life just because it might make you money. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes people do that and I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, sometimes I got to take a break from social media because I'll be like, here we go again. Like, here we go with like the drama and this and that. But it's like when you're doing content, you got to be in tuned on what's going on. So it's like there's no win-win. Like, there is never a win-win in situations like this. But even like I was telling you earlier just about like being an imposter and even like the work that you do. Like, I could only imagine like being a YouTuber and seeing how much money comes in and out my bank account. I mean, like, damn, like I really make money off of pranks or like how Mr. Beast makes money. Like, I feel like when I'm in certain rooms, sometimes I'm like, should I even be in this room? Like, is this real? Can I pitch myself? Like, that happens more often to me than I realize because even the people that I meet on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, I want to be starstruck, but I know I can't. Like, I met Flau'jae and love LSU, like, love basketball, whatever. So even meeting, she was so sweet. She was so nice. Like, she is about that rap game. Right. Let me tell you. She got bars. Yeah. She could give you a cool 16. Bro, she got it. But even like being around people like that, like I just get really quiet. Like I want to like, hey, how are you? Like I want to be like very friendly, but like I just get quiet because I'm like, I don't want to say something and be like,
bro, not only this, but like, bro, you met Drake.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like? Like, how did you feel in that moment? Like being in a room with someone so famous.
It was weird. Like, it wasn't weird. It was like, he's cool. Like, he's just a normal. Like, here's the thing. A lot of these they are normal people. Right. With a title. Right. So, like, he came in, what's up? Hey. And then, like, there was nothing in between, like, his staff that he had or, like, his people that he was with. Cool people too, like.
But like, did you like feel weird? Because it's like, bro, I see you. I'm so used to seeing you on the screen, and then now you're in front of my face. Like,
he's actually tall, but that's besides the point.
He looks tall.
Yeah, he's actually tall. Like, I was like, oh shoot, but no, it definitely gave like I'm not supposed to be in this room. Yeah, it definitely gave.
Like, I think I'll rethink my life in that moment. No, like, I'm in a room with Drake.
I was like, how did I even get here? Like, when you think about it, you're like, I graduated college. Like, hold on, like, and then you start piecing your life together. You're like, okay, like. It makes sense, but like it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like, you know, and it was cool meeting him. Like, he wasn't an asshole. Like, you know, people be like, oh, artists are rude.
I just feel like for you, it was just so different because it wasn't like you went to one of his concerts and you met him as a fan or like you saw him on the street or something. Like, and I was in a room working with him. Like,
and I couldn't be a fan at that moment. You know, like it just had to click. Like, relax. Yeah. To where like. I will never forget. I was sitting on the floor. I was sitting on the floor and I was like, they were like, everybody like act normal, like everything. Like, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, I was literally debating and I was like, should I sit on the couch or should I sit on the floor? And I was like, well, I'm a girl, so like maybe sitting on the couch isn't too bad. It was like, okay, well, like I just don't want to be intimidating. So then I wound up sitting on the floor with my computer or something. He came upstairs. He kind of looked down. He was like, hey, what's up? Whatever. Dapped up people. And I just, like, looked at him and I nodded. And I was like, fuck. I was like, why did you do that? And everybody in the room looked at me like everybody that was there, Dev, Gabe, they were like, did you just...
You try to act so nonchalant and Drake.
Facts. I was trying to act so nonchalant and I was like...
You try to act nonchalant to Drake.
I was like, hey. And I literally went back to what I was doing and I was like, in my head, I was like, I just fucked up. so bad.
Yo,
I was like,
gave
it was
a head
bad.
nod to Drake.
I literally was like, I literally like looked like he was like standing, and I was like, and I literally went back to doing what I was doing. I was like, oh no. I was like, this man is gonna hate me for the rest of this. He's gonna be like, this bitch just nodded at me. Like, what?
She trying to act cool in that moment.
I was like, listen, Drake, I was just really nervous, and at the moment I didn't know if I should be like, hey, like, you know, like I didn't want to be too excited, like, hey, how are you? Like, so I just like I literally just nodded. It was so bad. But like I am a huge fan, like but like I love your music, but I just at the moment I was just like you know when you just
that's insane, girl.
Like
you met like the best of the best. Like Drake is on the top.
I was like, God damn. I was like, I was so upset. Like I didn't even get a handshake, like nothing. I mean, I like recently met A Boogie. He was really nice as well. And he like that was the first time that I was like actually like okay in the moment. Like I was like, oh, like, but he was also nice. Yeah. Like Drake was nice too. Don't get it twisted. But like there was people in the room, so he like dapped everybody up type of thing. Like, you know? Yeah. I don't know if it's because I was just on the I don't know. But, like I was literally right by A Boogie or whatever, and he was saying what's up to people, and he saw me. He was like, hey, and like gave me a pound or whatever. I was like standing up, so it was like easier maybe. Yeah. Because like I'm on the floor, so I would have had to like get up. So to each his own, guys. If you meet somebody famous and you're in the room with them, just say hi. Just, you know,
don't head nod like Mya.
Yeah, don't head nod. Just do like a little wave or like, hey, like say something. Don't nod. Because it wasn't an embarrassing moment, but it definitely was embarrassing because I was like, what?
Mind you, this is the same girl that be like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing anything right, or if I don't know if like I really do anything.
No,
like,
seriously.
And I'm like, girl, like you worked with Drake. Like, are you crazy?
I was literally for that. I would feel like I was just there. Like I would literally, all I did was move a camera once to make sure it was centered. that was all I did. But it was cool. Like it was a good experience. I really had a good time. I don't know, when I meet people that I've actually looked at or like listened to their music and stuff, I just get really like, whew, I don't know, like
I be whenever like I be in like rooms and there's like celebrities there, bro, my mind just be like going back, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like no, I seriously. Really no, like when you brought up the whole imposter syndrome, like I really like felt that because like where I come from, like that's not like something that's normal. Like obviously, like right, I live in New York. You see celebrities pass by like all the time, whatever. But like to be in the rooms like with them where like it's a private event or like you're like working with them and stuff, it feels weird as hell. Like I be feeling so weird when I'm in these rooms because I'm like, bro, like I was supposed to be a high school dropout. Like
no, like
people told me I was gonna be nothing.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, like it's so weird.
It's pretty fun though, like overall, like the job that I do. Let me give everybody a backstory. I feel like I haven't really like updated. That's what we should do. Like not every episode, but do like a life update, maybe like once a month. But like life update for me. I finished my internship with the New York Islanders. Great experience. Shout out to my boss, and I love her so much. But yeah, so that was a good experience. I really enjoyed that. I met a lot of like amazing people there. Now I'm gonna stay with the Islanders for the summer, and I'm gonna work with their community relation department, just for the summer. And then I am hoping that this other internship that I want kind of like falls into place. He said I should know within a few weeks. Now my ideal job, right, is to work in 3 departments. I want to work in community relation or with the community. I want to work in sports and in music. Both of those are entertainment. So entertainment. So I'm just trying to figure out like what would be the best job for me. And right now I did figure out that like working at an arena is really not popular, but can get me under all of those umbrellas that I want to work in. So I'm like kind of trying to tap my foot into that to see if I like it. I did do a shadow one day and I really liked it. It was really fun, very eye-opening, and I was like meeting a lot of people. Like I just felt like I was needed, and like wherever it was like, oh, can you help this? Like I just felt needed, and like I was doing something for others. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing like operation management, something in that form, but mostly like at an arena where there's concerts, there's basketball games, football games, and like, you know, people of high end brands or whatever companies kind of have their social gatherings there where, you know, I can also make connections and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I want to go. That's the goal. But the goal is to work with should I say that? Yeah, I don't care. To work with the Dallas Cowboys at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Thank you. Period.
Life update for me. So I just finished my internship with Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
While I was at Atlantic too, I don't really speak about this, but I also had an internship with Good Talk.
Oh yeah.
Which is also kind of like a smaller label. I felt like that was really cool because I got like the best of both worlds, where I worked with like very big artists and then very not very small, but like smaller artists. So I kind of like got the gist of both. Those ended for this spring, and now I literally just got the internship today for iHeart Radio. I will be under the Elvis Duran show. What else? I'm also helping. Well, I'm also working for Maya's brother, Devon Terrell. You know, so that's what's going on for me right now. I am still like applying for more for like later down the road. Would love to get another label. I think that experience was like just a great experience. And really just hope that like I really just get my foot in the door where like I could like secure just a position that's like permanent and stuff. Because obviously we're doing these internships, they're great and stuff. We're gonna grow a lot from them. But you know, just securing those positions, and you know, that's gonna come soon for me and Maya. So
period.
Yeah. And then working on this podcast, like,
girl, this is a listen, y'all, this is a full-time job in itself.
Yes.
Like, I don't think people be like, oh, I'm gonna start a podcast. Listen, unless you know how to make your own clips, unless you know how to edit, unless you know how to do your own thumbnails, unless you have the money to get the equipment, if you don't have money to get like an actual space, that is a lot of money, y'all. Like, it is, I'm not even gonna tell y'all how much, but like, listen, it costs to like do podcasts, like, especially in the beginning, because you're not making money from it.
Yeah.
Until you're hitting at least 10,000 followers on Instagram, and you're getting a revenue of people actually like continuing to watch, you are not making any money on at all. So if you're like, oh, let me start a podcast, this is not for cookies and creams and fun and games. It's not. If you really feel like there's a niche or there's a problem that you want to create a solution to, then do it, and really like sit down and plan it first and see like, is this actually gonna work, or is this just like, it's just somewhere to talk.
Let's stop making these podcasts that are just about nothing.
No, seriously.
And y'all just talking crazy on the mic.
I'm like, bro, like, even the idea, listen, the reason why we started Dorma 101 was because, especially for me, I did not have a mentor in college. And I felt like there was a lot of minorities that I went to a PWI. So there was a lot of minorities that I felt like we really didn't have a mentor. We were basically mentoring ourselves. Like, unless you were in like a D9 or something like that, obviously you had your connects. But for the rest of us that weren't in that, or like wasn't in clubs and stuff, we were really just going to school to get that degree and figure it out after. So for me, it was more so building a community to where like I can, one, use it as a therapy session, I'm not gonna lie, but also use it as a place to where like I can also talk about my experience so people understand like, oh, like it isn't all cookies and creams after college. Like some people do get jobs right after college, but there's a good percentage of us that's like crickets, like that's literally trying to figure it out. So that was the reason for me, and like kind of creating the idea of Dorma 101 podcast, and like just really creating a space, because I was going to do it in college, and it was going to be like a gimmick where we all just sit in my apartment and just talk shit. But then I was like, I want it to be more than that. And, you know, then you bring on people who like have college experience or don't have college experience or dropped out and was like, my life is great. Like, just showing people like you don't 100% need to go to college for to like gain experience. Because at the end of the day, when you do get into a job and, you know, they're asking you for your resume and stuff, listen, they care, yes, about your degree, but they care about your experience. If you have no experience, the person with 2 years is gonna get you over your degree. It don't matter. That it could say degree required. If that person has 2 years experience already in the field, they're gonna pick that person because it's like, oh, I gotta teach you, but I don't really gotta teach you because you already know kind of like the basics.
Yeah.
You get somebody out of college, it's like, oh, I gotta teach you the basics, and it's more work.
Which is exactly why, like, when you get out of school and you apply for these jobs, they want like, 3 to 5 years of experience. Like, everyone's always complaining that. They're like, oh, how am I supposed to get the experience if I was just busy getting like, going to school and getting my degree? And
I get it. People are gonna be like, oh, well, do internships in school. Great. Like, for all the people that didn't do internships in school, that's something you could do, or like that's something that you have to worry about coming out of college. But if you are in college now and you are looking to come out of college with a job or with something, you need to be doing internships while you're in school. Clubs, in my opinion, don't matter. Like I said, my opinion. I really don't think clubs matter. Cool, it looks good on your resume, but I promise you, like, I spoke to my boss, and that is not something that she's not looking at clubs.
I think even like me and Maya realize this now. Like, we're doing internships with like great companies and stuff, and we're still getting rejection letters.
What?
Like, you guys have to understand that, like, it's not even about like.
I got a rejection letter the other day, and I was like,
yeah.
At this point, you become numb to it. You're like, okay, fuck it.
Right. Like, so imagine someone that doesn't really have experience and doesn't really have connections and stuff. Like, it's gonna be just harder. So really, like, put yourself out there. But when I say put yourself out there, like, put yourself out there. Like, make your presence known in rooms. Like, introduce yourself to people, because that's what really matters. Those connections really matter. And just, like, getting that experience of, like, what you're doing and stuff. Because even when you make these connections and stuff, they're like, oh, what have you done before? And stuff. You might get that real lucky where you meet someone. They're like, oh, you have no experience. Okay, like, I want to teach you.
Yeah.
But really, put yourself out there, guys. Like, applying is nothing. Applying is nothing.
It's nothing.
Because they will skip past your resume.
Yeah. And obviously, with them using these AI tools where, like, the AI is looking for certain, like, words and stuff, like, listen, do your best to really go outside and meet people, because if you can skip the AI part, promise you got it.
You know what I heard, too? There's some people that they hire people, and if they see that, like, your grammar is not good on your resume, they'll use that as an excuse to be like, nah, I don't want this person.
Wow.
Yeah. So people are even judging on your grammar. Like,
I'm crying. No, listen, at this point, like, one tip I do have, this is like, this episode is all over the place, but there is one advice I do. Maybe I'll just save that for the next episode. I guess. I'll save it for the next one. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, y'all, like, just do your best to stop comparing yourself to people. I know it's tough because, like I said, like, we go through it every day. And imposter syndrome is real. Shout out to Tiana Marie on Instagram. She works for the Detroit Pistons. She actually, like, had a video and she was talking about it being in your 20s and stuff, and that's what made me want to talk about it, because I'm like, damn, like, she's absolutely right. Like, I literally go through this on a regular basis. Like, I feel like this all the time, and she's right. Like, the way to get out of it is to get out of your comfort zone and, like, go back to reality. Like, get off social media, go hang out with your friends, go do something to where kind of like your body just kind of jumps back to, like, reality, and just listen, figure it out. Like, I don't know. Like, it's tough. Like, the real world is really tough, and as I get older, I'm just like, dang. Like, it's nice though. It's nice to be in the real world though. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like, I like it. I like what I do. I like the music. I like sports, and I like the community. And hopefully, as, like, the podcast grows, like, we really can get into schools and really, like, have an impact on students to where they are coming out of school a little better than we did. Like, that's my biggest thing, is, like, helping other people to come out of school, whether it's middle school, high school, college, a little bit better than I did. Like, seriously. Listen, this shit is no joke at all. So, yeah, guys. I I don't really have any piece of advice. I feel like we literally gave a whole bunch of advice anyway during this entire episode. So, yeah, guys, that was really more of a rant than anything. But it's definitely like sometimes this is needed when like you just have something on your mind and it's just like, oh, let me get this one out. Like, so yeah, that was kind of the tea that we had today. But yeah, that's a vibe. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching Jordan 101 podcast, the podcast that has everything and nothing to do about college.
Make sure you go like and subscribe.
Make sure you do that, please. Thank you. Damn. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, follow us on social media, our personal social medias. If you have any questions too, like, let us know. I actually have. Oh, let me actually end on this note. Hold on. I know I'm probably over time. Courtney, I am so sorry because I saw him text me and say 35 and I'm like, it's damn sure been, oh yeah, that was 12 minutes ago. I'll do that in the next episode. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm crying.